Whenever you're learning any language, Arabic or any language, when you get to an intermediate level, you want to be able to storytell a little bit, yeah? And a lot of stories start with, I remember when blah, 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 or I remember something, something. The stories that our grandparents tell us. I remember back in the day when something, something. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna learn how to use the phrase I remember. I'm gonna give you some examples, and then we're gonna go over the conjugation of the verb I remember in Ammi Arabic, in the Jordanian and Palestinian dialects. If you're brand new to Arabic and you're unsure of the different dialects and MSA, understanding Arabic versus dialects, make sure to check out the free mini course. The link is in the description. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so first off, let's start with how to say I remember in Arabic. To say I remember, it's أنا بتذكر, yeah? But in Ammi, a lot of times the dhal sound, Ammi is colloquial Arabic, yeah? Spoken conversation Arabic. A lot of times the dhal, the sound, is pronounced as a za. So we would say بتذكر, yeah? أنا بتذكر. أنت بتتذكر, أنتي بتتذكري. Yeah? Or أنا بتذكر, أنت بتتذكر, أنتي بتتذكري, if you want to pronounce the dal as well. Okay? أنا بتذكر, I remember, أنت بتتذكر, you remember to a male, أنتي بتتذكري, you remember to a female. Okay? That's the conjugation. And some examples, okay? أنا بتذكر لما كنت صغير, I remember when I was little, لما كنا نلعب كرة قدم بالحارة مع الجيران. أنا بتذكر لما كنت صغير كنا نلعب كرة قدم في الحارة مع الجيران. I remember when I was little, we used to play football in the neighborhood with the neighbors. Yeah, الجيران, neighbors. And that first part of the phrase, أنا بتذكر لما, a lot of times also العامية, you might hear أنا بتذكر بس كنت صغير. بس, even though بس means but you might hear it in the context of like when I was little, when I was something. بس كنت صغير. In this context, yeah? Talking about a long time ago. I just kind of wanted to point out, in case you hear someone say, بتذكر بس رحنا على blah blah blah. I remember when, in this case it would be when. But the when in Ami is لما, again, but I'm just pointing out that other way, which is best just as an FYI. So that's one example. Now, obviously, you want to learn how to ask someone, do you remember? Yeah, so also, أنت بتتذكر, for example, لما كنا ناكل بوظة كل جمعة في محل البوظة. أنت بتتذكر لما كنا ناكل بوظة كل جمعة في محل البوظة. Do you remember when we used to eat ice cream every Friday at the ice cream place, yeah, محل البوظة. بعدين كمان أنت بتتذكري لما كلنا سافرنا مع بعض. أنت بتتذكري لما كلنا سافرنا مع بعض. You remember when we all traveled together, مع بعض, together, سافرنا, we traveled, yeah. And then obviously you can use this just like in English, yeah. Do you remember like his name? Do you remember the name of the place? So I'm going to give you some like the translations of those as well. So أنت تتذكر اسمه. بتتذكر اسمه. أنا نسيت اسمه. I forgot his name. نسيت اسمه. اسم his name, اسمه his name. أنا نسيت اسمه. أنت بتتذكر اسمه? Yeah. Do you remember his name? And then same thing, you can ask هلا أنت بتتذكر, بعدين أنتِ بتتذكري. بتتذكري شو اسم المطعم? Do you remember what's the name of the restaurant? بتتذكري شو اسم المطعم? This is speaking to a female, yeah? بتتذكري. And notice how I can drop the pronoun here, yeah? Because a lot of times when we conjugate, we can drop the pronoun. So I can say without saying أنا بتذكر, I can just say بتذكر اسمه. I remember his name. بتذكر اسم المطعم. تتذكر اسم اسمه. تتذكر اسمه. Rather than saying أنت بتتذكر. It's obviously correct if you say أنت بتتذكر, more complete for sure. But it's very, very common for us to drop the pronoun because as you notice, each kind of construct of the verb is conjugated differently. Conjugation, if you don't know, is just how the verb changes based on pronoun. Pronouns like I, you, he, she, we, you, they. And it takes on a different form. So I eat, you eat, he eats. This is called conjugation, changing I eat, you eat. And then when we get to he, change it to he eats. This is called conjugation, yeah? So, أنا بتذكر, أنت بتتذكر, أنت بتتذكري. We're conjugating, but because they're so different, أنا بتذكر is very different than تتذكر. It's very different than تتذكري. Not very, but there's a difference. That's why we can drop the pronoun, just say بتذكر, تتذكري. Okay? فتتذكر اسمه, تتذكري اسم المطعم, like this. And then, obviously, response to this is whatever you want to respond. If you remember the name, you can respond. But a very, very common thing, or something you should know as a beginner too, is The word نسيت, I forgot. Yeah, and even intermediate level. This is very good to know. Some people still don't know this, but it's good to know this. Easy way to say I forgot. Yeah, yeah. Some people. I'm just thinking about myself when I learn foreign languages. I get to a level that I think is intermediate, and then I remember I tell myself like, hey, I don't even know how to say I remember or I forgot. So these are very important because in an interaction, it's a way for you to respond. Like either it's similar to saying like similar to having common phrases like I don't know, right? Also I forgot. So أنا نسيت, and this works for masculine and feminine. A male would say أنا نسيت, a female would say أنا نسيت as well. Now to spice it up even more or add some coolness to this, you would add some filler words like والله نسيت. Honestly, I forgot. Or بصراحة, yeah, بصراحة is honestly. والله is like I swear, but we use it as a filler. والله. And then honestly, بصراحة. بصراحة نسيت. بصراحة نسيت. Just practice this with a friend in any interaction. نسيت. They ask you something, نسيت. Okay? And then, yeah, wallahi, بصراحة, your filler words, and then you will slowly start sounding more like a native speaker when you add these spices, these filler words, yeah? Okay, let me know if you have any other questions in the comments or if there's suggestions for videos like these for phrases or expressions that you need to know as a beginner/intermediate learner. تمام؟ وبشوفكم الفيديو الجاي. See you in the next video.